I believe everyone, no matter their circumstance, deserves to have their story told. One day, I asked my father-in-law where his pictures were in the family hall gallery, and his answer was, "I don't have any." My mother-in-law was getting down something from the spare room closet one day when I saw this produce box and asked what was in it. She pulled it down saying she didn't know, but that it came from Jack's mother's home when she passed away, so I opened it and I knew it was something special. I asked if I could take it back home to look at it some more. And when I was home, I realized that there were negatives dating from the most recent before Lorraine, Jack's mother, was married, and there, divided perfectly, was Jack's entire childhood, dated from his first baby photos. His mother not only took photos of him, she took a lot of photos, and each envelope was labeled on the outside of how old Jack was, and it was sealed. Getting gloves on, I was the first to crack the seals of these envelopes and pull out the negatives. So many negatives. There he was, captured as a baby, being held by his parents, his grandmother, his great-grandmother, and I knew he had never seen any of these. As I started to look at these negatives for the first time in 70 years, I got excited about the possibility of preserving them. With both Jack's parents and younger sister gone, it was time for him to see these. Not only that, but my son's the only child left carrying the Evans name in our entire family. And Jack deserved to have his story told so that his grandson and his sons and his daughter could learn more about the family he came from. So years ago, I purchased a negative scanner to start this project, mostly because it cost about $1 to $2 a print to have these negatives printed into photographs at a local printer. And the cost of the scanner was cheaper than that. So I also felt better that I don't have to trust these photos to anyone else to handle. In fact, the local printers that I went to that I trusted to handle them didn't trust themselves to have such a heirloom in their property, and they're the ones that said that they recommended getting a scanner. So the scanner has a special glass on top to see the negative, and the image transfers to my computer so where I can see it as an image. So I'm placing the negative in the negative holder, and there the scanner comes with several different attachments because there's so many different kinds of negatives, and it also does slides, and it also does documents, so you can trade and put the document tray in the scanner as well. But I just lay the negatives gently inside and place it, and then scan it just like you would normally a scanner with a document, and then that image transfers to the computer, and I can then save them, and from there I can print them or upload them to print, and these were done locally at my local printers. So when I see these photos, a flood of emotion just come over me. How would I feel if I was about to turn 71 and saw my baby pictures for the first time? Jack's father died at a young age, and when I shared these photos of him to Jack's cousin Susie, she was astounded. She said she'd never even seen a photo of his father holding him. So Jack's birthday is May 29th, and it's my goal to have his baby album finished by then. I'm calling it the Jack Evans Project. His first baby pictures all the way to his first birthday. I can only imagine how he'll feel on his 71st birthday to open his baby's first year album. When Heidi Swapp announced her Storyline collection, I knew I could do it. I could do this project. I didn't have to go broke purchasing pages and papers, albums and adhesive and everything that could go into a huge project like this. The photos could be printed one size to save time editing and printing costs. And all I needed was one album, one deck of days, and one journaling sticker kit. And that was it. On each page, I would write what I knew about the photo. Pretty much what was written on the envelope. Maybe Jack would know more when he saw them. Maybe this was all that these pages will have written on them because it's too late for more. But look at these photos. The love of a father for his son. Anyone can see that, feel it. It will be enough for Jack. So I have to tell you a funny story. I told you a little bit about cousin Susie, who is the family historian. Several years ago, Jack asked me if I would like to go to the family reunion, and he hadn't been in a while, and he thought it was about time he went and saw his cousins. So I jumped at the chance to spend time learning more about my husband's family. So the entire family welcomed me in, and Susie was ever so eager to tell me about the most interesting family. If you could imagine what the Brady Bunch was like in the turn of the century, that was this family. 2 families coming together as one with 9 children in between them. And after hearing that, who wouldn't want to hear more, right? So when I found these photos, I really wasn't sure who was Jack's dad, shirtless hottie or dapper gent. So Susie messaged me right away when I texted her the photos. Where did you get these? Isn't that what any family historian would have said? After explaining my project, she said that her dad was holding Jack in his navy dungarees, and to have found a picture of Uncle Rob holding Jack that even his daughter, the family historian, hadn't seen was so exciting to say the least. And here are some of the finished pages that I've done in only a few hours. I've been able to print the photos and get them into the album. When I think about today's generation and how we are so quick to capture our memories, but never have these images printed, instead of a box, they stay stuck in a cloud or in a device, never to be printed. Sure, our status on Facebook might be updated, but no one besides our friends will see that photo. Will our children remember that photo was taken tomorrow, a year from now? What about when they're 70?